Have you walked by a window or looked in a mirror or seen a picture where your posture looks distorted, your head's starting to push forward, your shoulders are rounding, and it gives you the cringe? You hate how you look? It's possible your spine has some distortion in it. Your posture is starting to warp as a result of that. But that would just be guessing. The only way to truly know is to start testing. And in this video, I'm going to share with you my favorite at-home exercise to give you a bird's eye view of whether or not you truly have a postural imbalance or a postural distortion in your spine. Before I get into it, I think it's important you understand a little bit of why you may be there. If this lifestyle sounds similar to you, it's possibly the problem. And then we need to start working on improving. Because one thing to identify you've got a problem, it's a whole nother thing to identify what to do about it. My name's Dr. Matt Pennetti. I'm a Neuro-Structural chiropractor here in Centennial, Colorado, and I help people like yourselves recover from a lifestyle that's spent primarily at a desk where they're warping their spines, decreasing the function of their nervous system, and leading to all kinds of symptoms as a result of that problem. If you appreciate this content and you want to see more, please go below the video, subscribe to our channel, and also make sure you like this video so that we know this is hitting a note for you. Generally speaking, posture is not a genetic issue. So if your mom or your grandma had bad posture and now you have it, it's probably not a reasonable explanation to blame it on them. It feels good sometimes, but it's probably not accurate. The real issue somebody would have a postural distortion, if it truly is from mom or grandma, it's less about genetics. It's actually more about learning how to move and modeling them as you grew up. So as a parent, if you are a parent or you've had a parent who had bad posture, chances are likely that the offspring of that parent are also going to start to see some of that as well in their bodies, just simply because they're watching them. Now, all that aside, posture is, like I just mentioned, a learned behavior, which means you can unlearn it too. But what I've found to be significantly worse these days, more than ever before, is the loss of curve in the neck. When you have a normal, healthy curve in your neck, your head actually comes back over your shoulders. It's counterintuitive to most, but if you look at somebody from the side view, there should be a nice, healthy curve in their neck. It should not go straight up and down. If it does go straight up and down, a lot of times what we'll see is the head starting to protrude forward, like this. Fortunately, that isn't a healthy position for anybody. It doesn't look good, but it's also very difficult for your nervous system to run and function when your head is positioned like that. But here's the deal, it didn't start out like that. Most of us, almost all of us, learned how to crawl before we walked, and by learning how to crawl, you have to look up where you're going. As you look up to see where you're going so you don't bang into anything, you develop the natural cervical curve in your neck, which is healthy. Unfortunately, as we go to school, we sit at a desk looking at a screen, or we go home and we look at our cell phone while we're laying in our bed, and then as we age, we get older and older, we're still working on that same computer screen, we're still looking at that same phone. We're causing our spines to warp. The curve is being lost in favor of a straight neck, or sometimes actually a reverse curve in the neck, which causes your posture to change and to look more unsightly, but it also puts a ton of pressure on your nervous system. Now I'm about to get into my favorite test that you can be doing at home. But right before I do, I want to explain one thing. I care about your posture only because it's a window into the health of your nervous system. Your nervous system's literally running everything. So if you're suffering with pain and discomfort, or you're noticing fatigue and low energy, or you've got digestive trouble, or hormone imbalance, or high blood pressure, this could just be an issue with your heart or your digestive organs. But there's also a high probability that your nervous system's at least playing some role there because it's running everything. And if you've got a problem with your posture and the structure of your spine, then what's inside of it, which is your nervous system, potentially has a problem too. And then wherever we're talking about those nerves run, be it to your heart, to your digestive organs, to your hormones, those also probably are gonna have an issue too. So I think it goes without saying that we should always start, anytime we're seeing a health problem, with the nervous system. Address the problem there in the center, in the middle of our body, the foundation, and then work our way out. And if you'd like to take a look at your nervous system and your spine in a very in-depth and detailed way, go below the video, click on the link, and schedule a free consultation with us at Prime Chiropractic. Now I want to talk about my favorite test to be doing at home. We call this the wall test. It's a simple test. You don't need anything special or elaborate for it. First, take your shoes off. You want to be barefoot for this exercise. The second step is you want your heels flush against the wall, your calves, your butt, your shoulder blades, and the back of your head all should be lined up on the wall. Now, if you cannot do each of those, that's an automatic fail. If you cannot get yourself to be in those positions where each one of those landmarks I mentioned, the back of your heel, your calves, your butt, your shoulder blades, and the back of your head, all not wall, that's an automatic fail. Means you've got a structural imbalance or a postural imbalance that's potentially contributing to other health problems that you've got going on. Now let's say you can put the back of your heels, calf, butt, shoulder blades up against the wall, no problem. But when it comes to your head, you strain a little bit. You're able to put it back onto the wall, but you can't do it without extending your chin and looking up a bit. If you're having to do that, again, this is a fail. It means you've most likely seen some structural change in the curve of your spine. It's really hard for someone without the natural curve in their neck to bring their head back over their shoulders. And it's even harder for that person to maintain that position over the course of a day. So that typically means there's a structural and a postural imbalance happening in your body. Now, if you can put all those landmarks back up against the wall with your head and your chin in a very neutral position, meaning it's parallel to the floor, then congratulations, you've passed the wall test. Now there's a secondary test that goes on while performing this, and that is simply how long can you spend in this position. If you can hang there for 1 minute to 2 minutes with no problem, it's easy, then chances are highly likely your spine and your nervous system are in an optimal state and functioning very well. And based on that test, it doesn't mean you don't have a postural imbalance, but it's much less likely that you do. So what are the next steps? What can you do to start improving the health of your spine and your nervous system if you found that you couldn't perform this test properly? If you're outside the Denver metro area, my suggestion would be to find a specialist who understands core problems in the spine and the nervous system and has a strategy to correct them. And if you're local to the Denver metro area, where we are located, I would encourage you to find an office like ours and set up a case review or a consultation with that doctor. If you'd like to see us, go below the video, click the link, and schedule your free consultation with us. And if you've got any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment box. Thanks for watching.